Right, so as you can see, I'm going to have to move, well, I'm going to have to weld extra on the bracket here because this was before sat around there, or it should have been. I've moved this bracket, it was up there. I moved it back around here so it's a more comfortable position, still fits, and I can just weld that and it's going to be neater. That's where it originally was, on that hole there. But the bracket would have been one bolt hole round further around that way. So I've dropped it back this way, and obviously it would have been in that position. So now it's moved, the whole exhaust has moved down, like because of the angle on the barrel, it's moved down at a good, I don't know, like 40 millimeters or something, 40-50 mil. And that's all because they changed the angle on the exit on the exhaust duct. So that's to increase power, but we can get around it. We had to cut this bracket completely off the exhaust. This bracket's come off and it's been moved. We've position welded it. The exhaust has been mounted on in the position I wanted, and then TIG welded up. Fully TIG welded this joint up. This joint was atrocious. It was going to leak like mad. It was loose as hell. Awful fit. And I didn't trust it. Plus, when we've adjusted the exhaust, we've actually come out about 20 mil. So the joint's not fully closing up. So it's changed our tune length by 20 mil. So in the downpipe, so it should make it a little bit more torquier. Welcome back to another one of my videos. Well, we're still on the Super Monza. I decided to do a dry build on the exhaust today because I knew we were going to have problems with this, because the change of angle on the exhaust duct here to increase power literally completely altered where the exhaust was going to have to fit. Luckily it's got a slip joint here, and that allowed us to angle the pipe at the right angle and adjust it a little bit. But unfortunately the slip joint on this was pretty pants, and it was just going to create problems leaking, and the seal wouldn't have been very good. So I've ended up fully welding it up. So that's fully welded up. We've still got a slip joint there, shouldn't be a problem, but that one fits nice and tight and seals well. This one was awful, it wasn't even round. I had the big hole reshaped. So that's wasn't very good advertising for this Nord speed pipe, in my opinion. Let's see if the power that it's going to produce makes up for it, I hope. Okay, the whole thing has moved about 40 millimeters further down this way. So it's had to be fit in a completely different position. So I'm hoping it's all going to clear properly. I've still got to make a bracket now for the back, so we're going to do that now. Right, I've made a small template for the bracket, so that's going to be fitting like this. All I've got to do is cut it out and weld it in position. Okay, we better cut that out. we're going to be fitting this beautiful vape ignition. It's the sport version, so it's got a beautiful load of advance and retard, about up to 8-9 degrees of retard on it. So that means we can advance up really nicely. But as you can see, I've got two fans. And we're changing from the standard fan to the MMW fan. And you can see the difference is absolutely huge. This will push far more air and it's going to keep our engine nice and cool. Because we're in a hot climate, not in chilly, windy, rainy Britain, so we need that extra bit of cooling. So we're going MMW fan, and I'm going to be lightening this fan because of the extra depth in the fins. It makes it a little bit heavier than the original, so we're going to take some material off so we can still keep that nice crisp response. So always make sure you when you're fitting these stators, they come in two parts, so you have to mount them together. Always make sure you've got some Loctite on the threads. Is any left in this? Yes, there most certainly is. Right, well that's the dry build done on the exhaust system. Now the exhaust system fits the engine nicely. It's all bracketed up. There's clearances everywhere, so it's not rubbing on anything. It's all fitted under no stress whatsoever, so everything fits nicely. You don't have to pull and twist and tug. It all fits nicely, so that reduces the chances of cracking. It's always best to fit an exhaust not under stress, all the bolts nice and loose, everything, then tighten it all up evenly so there's no stresses on the exhaust whatsoever. That brings us to the end of this little episode. More to come soon. See you later, everyone.